I'm thankful for the BITS Pilani for inviting me, particularly Dr. Hemant Jadhav, the HOD of this department. And I respect Shah sir, Barai sir for the nice guidance given on the day of the pharmacist day. So it's my role will be to explain about how we can grow and develop in this area with the name of a pharmacist. So I'm presenting from on behalf of Pune College of Pharmacy, which is ranked 17th at the NRIF. We are a part of Bharati Vidyapit deemed to be university, and which is established as a part of Bharati Vidyapit, which was established by Dr. Patangaravji Kadam on 10th May 1964. So pharmacist who is an expert on drug action. So from research to the dispensing and ensuring that medicines are working rightly, it is the big role of that pharmacist. And in the education, it's taught from polytechnic to postdoctorate, including B.Pharm, M.Pharm, PhD, PharmD, and now current is the pharmacy practice. So beginning, it is very important because we have the very big standing in this profession. So during the second half of the European Middle Ages, the pharmacy is separated from physicians. On the two name, it is separated: apothecaries, that is pharmaceutical chemist, and drug merchant, that is the druggist. And therefore, in India, as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act, we have the name chemists and druggists. So it is very important to say here. So we are having the very, very long standing, like the in the Goa, though that was not a part of India at that time. The college is very old, that is established from 1842. So after that, many committees were held, and the R.N. Chopra Committee, Drug and Cosmetic Act, Pharmacy Act, Pharmacy Council, and definitely after that Pharmacy Council, the first college started in Banaras, that is Birla Institute of Technology, that is Diploma Pharmacy in 1953, that is as per the first ER. And it is a very big thing for a pharmacy that our journey started in the diploma pharmacy from BITS Pilani, and now we are entering into the very new ER also, and with the n number of colleges now we are having. So this B.Pharm education, as you know, having the start from a B.Pharm to D.Pharm, B.Pharm, pharmacy practice, M.Pharm, PhDs, PharmDs, and the postdoctorate courses also. So mainly our profession is divided into two parts, that is the technology and practice. So in the, as sir said, that is the technology is important, science is important, at the same time practice is also important. So we are here in the R&D, we are here in the industry, we are in the patient care also, we are in the exports, regulations, nutraceuticals and academics. So broadly it can be categorized as a pharmaceutical science and technology, which includes drug discovery, formulation, to the all IK, QC, QC and all this. And in the pharmacy practice, it is starting from community pharmacy, clinical pharmacy, to the pharmacovigilance, pharmacoeconomics and all this. So these are the two strong points. But in the practice, though the D.Pharm is the practice component, we run it as the trader component, but due to the introduction of PharmD from 2008, really our presence is seen in the that pharmacy practice. But what happened before that? So if our college is established in 1953, so if this we count the years, then why not our diploma pharmacists developed as the healthcare providers, or why not the society say them as a pharmacist, but same they as a drugstores or a drugstore keeper? Why it happened? Because if we see in the nomenclature of our pharmacy, it is Sevanta by Medical and General Store. We get a cosmetics, cutlery and stationery. Hardly it is a written that we are pharmacist. Secondly, the medical store or Sevanta Medica, medical, likewise, where we sell Idea Geo recharges. Why not it is a Sevanta pharmacy, where the testing of blood pressure, testing of blood sugar and patient counseling we can do. So this is the basic point for our societal image of a pharmacist. Why it has happened? We have to go in our Drug and Cosmetic Act. In our Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, it is mentioned three names. The first name is the medical store, second name is the pharmacy, and third name is chemist and druggist. The first name is medical store, which is the place where no pharmacist is required and no prescription drugs are sold. Means in India, our government at that time made a provision that in small wadis and vastis, where there is no doctor, no pharmacist, common man should get medicament. And it should be just OTC medicament scheduled at that time under Schedule K. And that can be sold by any grocery person. That is called as a medical store. But see, unfortunately, we are using the same word till today, that is a medical store. And actual meaning, as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act, that is not a pharmacy, that is not run by a pharmacist, and the prescription drugs are not sold across that counter. Another is a pharmacy. In India, we had a pharmacy means where as per the Schedule N, compounding practice is conducted. And last part is the chemist and druggist. So all our medical shops, retail medical shops at present, these are the chemist and druggist where only dispensing is done. Unfortunately, the chemist and druggist and pharmacist word are not in use, but medical store word is highly used. Therefore, what happened was, this is the medical store. How to identify that it is a medical store? It is very difficult because we looks like any pawn shop or any grocery store. Correct. So mentality is that why not we are acting as a pharmacy? We have a separate status in the society. We are learned people, and this is the area where life-threatening medicament we are also, though they are the medicament, though they are supporting a life, but it is a poison if it is not used properly. Therefore, our focus should be as a pharmacy, and it is a possible. This is the suggestion I given to the MSCDA during the FIP, and really we exhibited this as a pharmacy, and I was the part of this pharmacy at that time. All the foreigners accepted that in India such things are happening, but really we know what is happening. Why it is happening? Because the first understanding of concept of pharmacy, and secondly knowing ourselves what we are. It is a Jeevan Medical and General Store. Yahan stationery milegi. Why to write this? Why not to write? It is a Jeevan Clinic. Suppose doctor write Jeevan Clinic, doctor write Dr. U.R. Dev, he is the God of us. Why not we write a Jeevan Pharmacy? At present, we have to write chemist and druggist. Write a chief pharmacist, though single pharmacist is working there, he should write a chief pharmacist. It will look like, and you can write, I am Mr. U.R. Sati. I am a B Farm. I am a D Farm. As you are MBBS, I am also registered as you are registered. Definitely, this can make a change. But now it is happening. It is happening from this year only. This, as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act 65, 15B, now the proposal is there to say the drug store keeper as a pharmacist, and a pharmacist, instead of medical store, they will be pharmacy. So it is a requirement. And that requirement, I am proposing from 2004, when first time I wrote a book, Modern Dispensing Pharmacy, and see, from that day, I am showing the figure in the book that is our should be a Jeevan Pharmacy, not a that medical and general store, and we should be a pharmacist. First, analyze our strengths, what we are. It is more important always, because we know drugs from birth to the expiry. I will say in a Marathi, it is my regular statement. I am doing it from 2006 when I started giving the lectures on this community pharmacies. समजा एखाद्या माणसाचा जन्मनिमृत्यू डॉक्टरांना माहित आहे असं गृहीत धरलं तर त्या माणसाचा जन्मनिमृत्यू ज्या औषधावर अवलंबून आहे त्या औषधाचा जन्मनिमृत्यू ज्याला माहित असतो तो मी फार्मासिस्ट. मीन्स doctor give the life to the patient, but I give life to the medicines. I know the birth and expiry of medicines. So it is most important capacity we have due to our education and legal background. In the education, we have the strong capacity of knowing the biology and technology. Except the recent program biotechnology, we were the first in the education firm where we know the biology and technology. Therefore, we developed n number of drug delivery systems considering these two. Our location is the best in the society because we are ultimate profession to meet the patient before drug administration. If anything goes wrong, and what happened in Pune, I'm giving this example from many years. One patient taken a for acidity. He went home and after some time, he was admitted for severe heart attack and finally he died. Why it has happened? Because that person asked for acidity. That person was taking all the medicaments from same medical shop from where he is taking the medicament of blood pressure. Why not? Why not that pharmacists give attention that this person is having a severe hypertension? And I am giving a which contains sodium. Who is taking a medicament, his wife or whom? Whether he discussed with him. And unfortunately, it happened that when he had taken a full pouch of that the sodium level was raised and due to the high blood pressure, that death was taken place. So it is a simple thing. But it is most important because we are the final person, ultimate person to meet the patient before drug administration. I teach doctor about the architecture and functioning. In the doctor case, we are having the AMRs. Our companies always give the information what is new in the pharmacy and how to prescribe it. So these are my capacities. And I'm comparing my capacities with the doctor. If we compare with the doctor, I can say these are not our competitors at all. But doctor and pharmacist will be a best FDC, fixed dose combination. Why it is? Because though doctor know the disease, we know the drug delivery system. Take an example of Astaline. Doctor know the asthma and Astaline, but we prepared 7 dosage form of Astaline, starting from simple tablet, sustained release tablet, controlled release tablet, syrup, elixir. Then we have the nebulizer, DPI, MDI, all the drug delivery systems we have prepared because we are mastered in the biology and technology and we can develop drug delivery systems. We can modify the drug release. We can modify the dose. The doctor knows the dose. I know how to take the dose. Way of dosing. Here I have many examples from Pune, the biggest city, with the consultant writing that sustained release tablet, take half morning and half evening. Why to take sustained release tablet half morning and half evening if that pharmacist quoted it and assuring that it will release the drug for 24 hours. But it is happening in the society. And at that time, the pharmacist should not dispense such medicament, but in our case, happen the same. One thing it happened, when pharmacist told that patient, okay, your doctor wrote that sustained release tablet to be broken in 2 parts. He was trained under me. He said, I will not dispense the medicament. Then that patient went to the doctor. Doctor said, नहीं, वो तो थोड़ा ट्रेनिंग पे गया था ना, वो बिगड़ गया है, वो बहुत शाना हो गया है, उसके पास से मत दवा ले लो. So he went to other pharmacy. He seen, why you are coming here? Actually, you are not my regular customer. He said, no. That pharmacist is rejecting to dispense this medicament because it is written somewhere wrong. No, nothing is wrong. Take these are the tablets and wait. And he also given mortar and pestle to him. And that pharmacist said that, bhai, cut karke tum chhod do. You can triturate even such a tablets and you can take it because we need a business. I am not a pharmacist. My owner is a pharmacist. I am a 10th failed guy working here. Don't worry. You take these medicaments, that is sustained release or whether it is a conventional release, even you can triturate because our motive is business. So therefore I can say why to crack Saddam bomb. सद्दाम का बॉम्ब जो रहता है वो मुद्दाम क्यों फोड़ने का, ऐसा मैं बोलता हूँ केमिस्ट को और ट्रेनिंग देता हूँ. दैट इज डॉक्टर नो द थेरेपी बट आई नो द क्वालिटी ऑफ मेडिकामेंट. I know the stability and storage. If I not store it properly, what will happen? Doctor know the brand, but I know the cost effectiveness of brand. What is the generic? what is the branded, why it have the low cost, what is the scheme, and what is the percentage we get on the generic drug. That I know, but also I try to dispense the quality medicament. Doctor know to prescribe, but I know which are the drug interactions, which are the EDRs possible. Therefore, I can say doctor is the master of disease management. Doctor is the master of disease management, but a pharmacist is a doctor of drug management. And it is the need of a day for health and well-being. We should work together. And due to the PharmD profession, PharmD program, really we are working very nicely in this healthcare. But we have to go back. What was the wrong in our working from last 80 years? From 1940 to till date, what was wrong? Nothing was wrong. Only implementation was wrong. Our act was very strong. Our act is very strong. That is the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, which mentions that sale of each and every medicament under direct supervision of pharmacists. It is not happening in America also. There are scheduled P category drugs, they are sold at a grocery shop. But India is the country where each and every medicament should be dispensed under direct supervision of pharmacists. Only thing is that it is happening or not. Why it is? This is the question. The prescription is for single use. If it is not instructed by doctor, but our pharmacists are always happy if they find that some diabetic patient is coming for first time. And they slowly said, Kaka, don't bring prescription now. You come, just come, I will dispense your medicament because I know what you are taking and I know that up to last date, you are my biggest customer and I will dispense the medicament. With time, that patient starts some yoga and controlling the diet and many times dose also get reduced. But here, without prescription, our pharmacists dispense the same medicament, showing that our relations are very strong because you are a diabetic patient, you are a cancer patient, you are a hypertensive patient. So you are my customer for the last day of your life. So this is a very good our bank deposit like a scheme we get. So forget about that. The prescription should be new or otherwise doctor should write the refill instruction then and then. The prescription should be endorsed with supplied or dispensed. This is written in the 1940. How many prescriptions are stamped with the supplied? Though we are educated in the profession, all this, have you seen any such a prescription? Have you asked any drug without prescription? And why not we ask that dispenser that is endorsed with your sign that the prescription utility is over, but it's not happening. So today also, many very senior citizens take a prescription of one sleeping pill. He collect the hundreds of sleeping pills because he is alone, having the sufferings, and he may take an action what is not good to speak on this line. So in India, we can purchase a number of medicaments, which is a dispensable or non-dispensable by taking the prescriptions because these prescriptions are not endorsed. Refusal to dispense, the biggest power given in 1940 to the pharmacist, though it is the diploma pharmacy, degree pharmacy or PharmD. If there is any error in the prescription, even if the prescription is written by, allopathic prescription is written by Ayurvedic homeopath, and if the state is not allowed, in Maharashtra, now both the pathies are allowed, but in some states like Goa, only MBBS doctors are allowed to write an allopathic medicament. He can refuse the prescription, or if it is a prescription not written properly, then we can reject it. So for that, most important is the pharmacist must be there in the pharmacy. And this is the thing we are discussing in 2002-1. Also, why it is happening after 80 years? Because we not developed that image of a pharmacist in a society. We are doing very excellent in the production and the research, but we are working at a very low level in the pharmacy. And it can change the life of many if our pharmacists work in the pharmacy. So I appreciate here one person is from that Abhishek Dandanaik. I got yesterday only. How nicely he worked in the corona. There is a big, very big, almost half-page news is there in the Sakal. Very nicely he worked in the Corona, and there is appreciation. Such appreciation should be there. So I am comparing this with the online pharmacy. Correct. Nowadays, everybody is crying about, okay, there is an online pharmacy. The online pharmacy is not legal also, but things are happening. How we are promoting online pharmacy? So if I am a patient, why am I promoting online pharmacy, though I have the regular chemist? Though I have a regular chemist, what is there new in the online pharmacy that I want? Is it the only discount? If it is the only discount, then I don't think it will happen. Are we taking a real care of our patient? And if, like Abhishek, the things are going on, the people will not purchase medicaments from online pharmacy because they will have a big trust on a chemist, like they have the big trust on the doctors. Correct. So if any doctor gives the discount, the patient doesn't go to that doctor who is giving a discount. But the things are happening here because we not developed our image as a healthcare provider. This message I want to give from the cartoon also. So what we are in the 21st century, our aim is not to supply the medicaments at all, but our aim is to dispense the medicament with patient counseling. This is more important. Dispense the medicament with patient counseling. And for that, now the whole theme of Doctor of Pharmacy or Pharmacy Practice Regulation explains the same. So we'll go one by one, and all the concepts I written in my Marathi book, Aushadhe Ghetana. We'll go from a prescription. Things are very simple. We have the very stalwarts here who are experts in the science. But at the same time, we should see what is happening in the practice. Because our societal image is that pharmacist who is working the society. This is the typical, the format of prescription we are teaching to the first year B.Pharm or D.Pharm, where there should be a complete information regarding the doctor, complete information regarding the patient, along with the new additions like there should be a diagnosis note like fever from 2 days. The prescription should be written in the capital letter. It can be read properly. I am a first person to write such a prescription in my FDP in 1994 when I started writing this book, where I mentioned repeater information also, the refill 1, 2 or PRN or NR, and now it is a part of our pharmacy practice regulation also, and this practice whether it is used or not. So what I said now, this is all legal, including a dispensing, including PRN, because regarding the refill also, our law says that the prescription must not be dispensed more than once unless the prescriber has stated thereon that it may be dispensed more than one. So have you followed all this? And answer is no. Answer is no. Even we not refuse any prescription till date, because in the first year we did a big mistake of defining a prescription. All our teachers define the prescription as it is a written order. Never it be order. Again, I corrected in my book, Modern Dispensing Pharmacy. It is never be order. It is a requisite. It is a requisite. We have full capacity to refuse the prescription written by a doctor if the prescription is incomplete, if the patient details are not there, if there is a doubt in the prescription, if the medicament is prescribed in a larger amount, or if that medical practitioner is not permitted as per their pathy. All these strong points are there in a given in 1942 Act. We are discussing after 80 years, but situation remains same because we are not concentrating on our practice. Really, we given more weightage to the industry and research. Same thing we should give to the practice. Otherwise, what society says? Who is the pharmacist? Who can read the prescription? Our capacity is only who can read the prescription is the pharmacist. Therefore, what happened? ऐसा होता है, बहुत सारे जोक है मेरे पास. एक डॉक्टर, नया डॉक्टर प्रिस्क्रिप्शन राइट करता है, तो वो लड़की पेशेंट थी, जो लड़की वो तो पढ़ नहीं सकती थी, तो वो केमिस्ट के पास लेके जाती थी और केमिस्ट वो पढ़ता था, लव लेटर और बोलता था he is loving you. मगर बात क्या हो गई एक दिन कि वो फार्मासिस्ट का और ये लड़के का ही मैरिज हो गया. This is the benefit what we taken from the bad hydrating, but our image in the society that we can read the prescription of a doctor. And due to this, in 2002, in the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, it was about to pass that there is no need of pharmacy to sell the drugs, but any educated person can be given permission to run medical store. क्या क्या होता था देखो आज ना कोर्स होता था ना आज फार्मेसी डे सेलिब्रेशन होता था, because we have habit of dispensing medicaments against such prescriptions. It is a challenge if anybody read the prescription, and if anything goes wrong, who will be responsible? The direct prescription I taken from market. This is not a case. Understand this case, very severe case. From 2018, it appeared in the Indian Express. In Mumbai, one person got a death. It is due to taking some medicament. Actually, the folic acid was a prescription. Folic acid, this Folimax was written 10 milligram. But that pharmacist given Folitrax 10 milligram. So folic acid is a regular vitamin. Actually, it is a dispensed in 5 milligram. That pharmacist could have a thought why it is a 10 milligram, but he not raised any confusion. He dispensed something wrong due to the Sala medicine. It is called as Sala. Sound alike, look alike. So we have a brother and wife have a brother. Wife का brother को हम साला बोलते हैं. दो brother में गड़बड़ हो गई या और Folitrax dispense कर दिया, and due to the higher severity of that Folitrax, that patient death was there. So who was wrong here? Whether the doctor written the prescription in a good handwriting or in the typed form, where he mentioned that the patient is having a vitamin deficiency or the patient is having a cancer. Whether the pharmacist was there in the medical store, whether the pharmacist was trained, why he not got any confusion to dispense even methotrexate 10 milligram, which is again rarely dispensed. So many situations are there in the society, and this is the explains exact role of a pharmacist. The people can die due to the and the people can die due to the methotrexate. It is a message I want to give, and it explains the role of a pharmacist in the society. Therefore, in 2015, our pharmacy practice regulations strengthened us by giving the concept of community pharmacy, clinical pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, and drug information pharmacy as components of pharmacy practice, where it is expected that we should interpret and evaluate the prescription. We should guide on the drug administration, drug regime review. We should do the patient counseling, and we should maintain the proper records. What is appeared in 2015, I'm writing in all the newspaper, Marathi newspaper from 2005. Correct. And nowadays change is taking place, and it was my vision, and the vision came in the reality after some days. So dispensing and community pharmacy, clear-cut definitions are there. Otherwise, when I wrote a book, Modern Dispensing Pharmacy, many senior faculties also said that dispensing is outdated. How you are writing a book? I said compounding is outdated and dispensing is upcoming. And therefore, my book has become a part of many university syllabus, and it is an innovative book I written in Indian style for how our pharmacists can work as a really community pharmacist. So there is a definition and the aspects of hospital pharmacist. There is a clear-cut definition on the prescription, that what I said, it is not order. So it is a written or electronic direction or requisite. It is appeared in the pharmacy practice regulation. So what I thought in 2004, it came in the reality in the regulation of pharmacy practice regulation in 2015. So such a way we have to develop, and we have to work on the code of ethics, where we should comply with the dress code. Anybody can identify a doctor just by observing his personality and dress code, but it is very difficult to identify he is a pharmacist or not, because we have to do many times advertisement of Paragon chappals also. So this should change, and we should prefix that name, that is, I am a registered pharmacist, I am a DPharm registered pharmacist. Then and then the things are possible. Therefore, as I said, who I am is most important. Doctor with a clean shave, shirt in, decent personality. But what we are doing, if we have such a dress code even, we can develop trust. But now trust is not developed, only our business is developing. But doctors are doing a business, but with a great trust. So this is the system with a dignity and honor. We have to run our pharmacy. We have to maintain all the records of pharmacy. Again, from 2004 and 2008, I am proposing that, and now it is appeared in the pharmacy practice regulation also, that is the importance of records. I want to speak on the generic drugs. I have the Marathi book, Aushade, generic Aushade, Samaj Guide Samaj, released in 2013. So generic medicament which are there in India, why they are generic? Because they are low cost. Our definition of a generic is very different from American definition. Our regulation doesn't have any word generic as well as OTC. Both the words are not there in the Indian regulation. But we call it a generic if it have the low cost. For example, in this table, Nisip Cipla is a generic because the 10 rupees, 10 tablets, wholesale cost is 5.5 rupees only, 5.29. And then market price is a 34 rupees. Means on a single strip, there is a very big amount of discount that chemists get. And when they get a discount of say 30 rupees here, 34 rupees, they give a discount of 3 rupees. But by selling the generic medicament, they get a 30 rupees. So really it is a very good business. But why that company is able to manufacture and sell at 5 rupees and other company requires 41 rupees? Why nobody is thinking like this? Why only we are thinking like that companies are earning money? But why we are not asking that the companies are manufacturing the medicament in a GMP facility? That company is testing a drug for impurity profile. That company is having all the QA conditions in the right place. They are manufacturing the GMP. They are not getting manufactured from third or any loan license facility. So there are many such questions, but we are not having a time to support this. We have only time to advertise that generic drugs are very good and purchased from all society, from any place. And therefore government also started PMBJP, that Kendras, where really these medicaments are tested for bioequivalence. This is the question. Therefore, in India, now the substitution is becoming rule. It is not in the law, but it is becoming rule because we are promoting a generic drugs. We are dispensing a generic drug against any prescription drugs illegally without knowing that drug is bioequivalent or not. The biggest mistake India is doing at present in the promotion of generic drug. I am for low cost drug, but my request is that low cost drug should be generic drug. If we are exporting a generic drug to the America, and America is using 40% of drugs which are manufactured in India, but all these drugs are bioequivalent. But India, 90% drugs are non-bioequivalent because they are not tested. My point is they are not tested. They may be or may not be. But first time in January 2020, what I am writing from 2012, 2017, but now 2020, the regulation came in India also, that is a list of 139 drugs, which is mainly BCS2 and BCS4. They are asked to report their bioequivalence studies. Again, we know the India, how the studies are conducted, but something is happening positive, and they will come if really we produce a medicament which is bioequivalent, then have a low cost, no problem. I'll be happy to purchase, and also part of promoting generic drug if they are bioequivalent. So here, the thing is that American pharmacies dispense any medicament. If the same law is applicable here, what will happen? We will only sell the medicament which gives the maximum discount. Our pharmacist is guaranteed that they will check the bioequivalency. There is systems in the America. There are some system developed in the America to identify the list of which are bioequivalent drugs, which are non-bioequivalent drugs. Such things are not happening in the India, but we are just straight away allowing or dispensing also or substitution also. And last point is the online pharmacy. Correct. Online pharmacy. First, The most important part of India is we are running the online pharmacy, which is illegal as per the Delhi High Court 12th October 2018 order. And after that, in October and November only, DCGI also ordered to each and every state that there should not be any business of online pharmacy in India. But we are the part and parcel of online pharmacy. We don't know where from that medicament come. We don't know how the medicament came from the flight or by train. During the flight, whether it is kept in the luggage box where the temperature is very high or kept in the train in the area where there is no any control. So though the storage condition is 25 degree and your drug may have exposed to the 45 degrees, but we are less bothered because we are happy with the discounts. We are happy with the discounts, but we are not happy to understand why some companies' drugs are costly. Have a debate, open debate, give a challenge, and then we'll understand. So unnecessarily, the things are promoted in a bad way, and we are expecting that pharmacist will become healthcare provider. Definitely, we are again improving. We are improving, no doubt we are improving. We are improving in the regulations, regulatory market. Definitely, we want GMP and BAB studies like that in India also we should have. But now, as I said, the India started for 139 drugs bioequivalence studies. Indian manufacturing. There are two components in the India. Some companies are only manufacturing, some companies are only marketing. Marketing companies are well-known companies, and they have now two lines from last 10 years. One is the ethical marketing, another is generic marketing. Ethical marketing means 16 to 20% discounts, and generic marketing means 1000% discount. 5 rupees, 50 rupees. Take a wholesale price 5 rupees, market at 50 rupees. See the times, how many times? It is 1009, it is 1000 times, not a percentage. Likewise. So why it is happening? Because that bigger company for a generic market take a medicament purchased by some third party. In the third party, there is a propaganda marketing or setting marketing we can call. They prepare tablets in lakhs and tons, and all the companies just buy the tablets and they label it on their companies and they market it. So these things are happening. But now, from this year, March 2021, the law is again amended that both manufacturer and marketing person will be responsible for quality of that medicament. So some things are happening, and it is mainly due to now DCGI, the pharmacist, Dr. Somani, is working very nicely. FDC, again, I respect Kokate sir, supported by DCGI, current DCGI, Somani sir, who really gone in the depth of FDCs. And India is the country where we have the 1083 FDCs. No any country in the world having this much number of FDCs. Out of that FDCs, only 24 FDCs are approved by a government essential drug list. But it is happening. Therefore, now we have a banned FDCs. We have the circular that FDCs must be approved by DCGI, not by a state government. Therefore, I wrote this many articles I wrote on the FDCs, really what is happening and what should happen. So another last effect of Corona. See, we are dependent. We are having the very good growth of a pharmacy in India, but as compared to 1970, we are lacking in the manufacturing of bulk drugs. And now whole credit is taken by China. China is supplying 68% of bulk drugs to the India. But what happened during the Corona, that azithromycin price was double, paracetamol price was double, nimesulide price was double. And then now our government thought that we should do something. But it will happen something. Now government announced PLI scheme with a very 9,940 crore, and it will boost our bulk drug and excipient drug marketing also. Therefore, definitely there will be the good job opportunities for chemistry people also, for biocognosy people also, along with the Sotix. Nowadays, Sotix in the demand, but it is possible. In the same line, last slide, that is we are having the new regulations also. There is a PharmD, Doctor of Pharmacy regulation. The first time regulation is to promote pharmacy practice, and we are doing excellent in the PharmD. If that college or university have own hospital, then there is no problem. We are having a BPharm practice to promote the education and skill of diploma holders, and really it is happening good. We are having this practice course only in Maharashtra. Our college is running that, and we are very happy. Therefore, this new age pharmacist is working in the Apollo Hospital, Fortis Hospital, Brinch Candy Hospital, Aditya Birla Hospital, Diranath. You've never seen before this. Now these are my students working in all the hospitals, taking a patient care in the prescription evaluation, identification and prevention of medical errors, drug interactions, adverse effects, patient counseling, dose division. And one of my students, pharmacy student, got a job of in the Nestle nutraceuticals with 24 lakh per annum. So days are changing, but we should take initiative, and mainly AIO, CD, MSCDA, all these organizations should promote this. Definitely, the practicing pharmacist is not only stay in the foreign countries, but practicing pharmacist can develop in India, in all the district level also. It is possible in Kolhapur, Sangli, BITS, Pilani also. It is possible if we groom properly. It requires proper patient counseling. It requires writing books. It requires many things, and very happy that even my Marathi book crossed 15,000 copies. I then converted to Hindi, and also in the generic book, I am converting into English and Hindi. So in this way, I am a part of a pharmacy. I am always proud to promote a pharmacy as a profession, because it is my aim to promote the pharmacy at the last day of my life. And on this occasion, I'm very happy to deliver this talk on the World Pharmacist Day. Thank you, BITS Pilani. Thank you.